KohzzyJo back here once again. Today I'll be telling you guys what to be watching this fall season. Keep in mind, the ranking means nothing at all. It's all based on my opinions and my expectations for each series. Like always, I will do a brief rundown for each show so you get an idea on what's it about. Number 10. Ore ga ojou-sama gakkou no shomin sanpuru toshite gets sareta. Translated to, story of which I was kidnapped by a young lady's school to be a sample of the common people. Animated by Silverlink. The protagonist in this series is an average high school boy named Kimito Kagurazaka. He one day gets enrolled into a hidden school engulfed in mountains where noble female students are cut off from the world to preserve their innocence. However, this deep isolation caused many of the female graduates to be unable to handle life in the outside world. To tackle this problem, the school decided to kidnap a male commoner, and that happens to be Kimito. They hope that his influence will help the girls understand the realities in life beyond the mountains. Sadly for Kimito, the school sees him as a guinea pig and thought he was a homosexual for his muscle fetish. And because of this, the school is not worried for the innocent girl's chastity. Kimito has no choice but to cooperate with the school. Soon after his enrollment, he bumps into a girl named Aika Tenkubashi, a girl who can alternatively be shy, stubborn, and pretentious. But she is fascinated by the outside world. From here, the wild life of Kimito begins. The anime is set to air October 7th. Number 9. Shingeki Kyojin Chuugakkou, translated, Attack on Titan's Junior High. Animated by Production IG. Oh boy, this is gonna be weird, but interesting at the same time. It's pretty much retelling the whole story of the original series, but more in a comedic manner. Slapping in slice of life element into it, in comedy, yeah. The story is set in a junior high school that centers around the main characters of the series, such as Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. In this spin-off, it will incorporate gags while keeping the original storyboard and depicting notable scenes at its base. The series is set to air October 4th. Number 8. ETO Revolutio shoujin gensou, translated Concrete Revolutio Superhero Fantasy. Animated by Bones. The story is set in another Japan as a banquet of diverse superhumans unfold. What if all the superheroes ever written in the history existed at the same time? Superheroes came into existence through different circumstances and scenarios, and they all vary by their power and features. In this universe, superheroes are exposed to the world and have gained recognition in society. Still, there are some that cloak their identities and fight in secrecy. Of course, when there are heroes, there will be villains. The Japanese government has taken many measures to maintain peace and order. Their mission is to identify and approach superheroes, then oversee and safeguard them. The anime is set to air October 4th. Number 7. One Punch Man. Animated by Madhouse. The story takes place in a fictional Japanese metropolis of City Z. In this universe, the world is overrun with monsters that mysteriously appears and causes mass destruction. The main character in the series is a guy named Saitama. He is a powerful hero who can literally wreck or kill anything with a single punch. Woo! That's bullshit. However, due to his excellent brute strength, he becomes bored and long for a worthy opponent. We follow him in his journey as he meets new friends and makes new adversaries. Even though he is strong and no one can even compete with him, Saitama struggles to gain respect because of his plain physical aspects. The anime is set to air on October 5th. Number 6. Taimadou Gakuen Sanjugo Shiken Shoutai, translated Anti-Magic Academy 35th Test Platoon. The school action fantasy is set in a world where people with magic powers are being wiped out. Just as the balance of power and military might have one shift from sword to sorcery, it has alternated once again into gunfare. The main character is a boy named Takeru Kusanagi. He goes to attend an anti-magical academy, a training facility for inquisitors of heretics that cracks down on threats posed by magic users. However, Takeru is incompetent with a gun. Because of this reason, he is assigned to the 35th Test Platoon, the motley small fry platoon for poor students. Unfortunately, the group is filled with self-centered people who cannot seem to cooperate with one another. In addition, some have personality problems. How will they overcome their weaknesses and work as a team to be the best? Find out as the anime is set to air on October 8th. Number 5. Gakusen Toshi Aterisk, translated The Asterix War. Animated by A1 Pictures. A century ago, the world was hit by an unprecedented disaster that destroyed everything. However, because of this, humans discovered an element, which is pretty much mana. This allowed humans' technology to make rapid progress. This also sprouted the new rise of a new species of humans, known as the Plus Gens. In this context, Genestellatum. The story sets place on an academy city above water, surrounded by 6 academies, called Rika, but is also referred to the Aterisk. The protagonist focus in the series is a boy named Ayato Amagiri. The anime is set to air October 3rd. Number 4. Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, animated by ARMS. The anime takes place in a world where 5 artificial islands exist. A mermaid by the name of Mamori transfers to one of the islands. One day, Mamori gets attacked randomly out of nowhere. Then a girl named Mire comes to her rescue. The enemy unleashes a non-stop attack until the two are cornered. Thinking that all hopes was lost, Mire kisses Mamori out of nowhere. And then, somehow, Mamori turns into a sword. What the fuck? Mire then wields it and commences combat with the enemy. This sounds really funny and I gotta see this for myself. The anime is set to air October 10th. Number 3. Shinmai Maou no Testament Burst. The Testament of Sister New Devil's Burst. This is the second season to the series. Consider this another high school DxD if you haven't checked this out yet. The story revolves around a high school boy named Tojo Basara and his 2 step-sisters named Naruse Mio and Naruse Maria. This might not be something for anyone because it contains a lot of ecchi and it might set some off. And plus it's kind of borderline to hentai, but still it's pretty okay though, but just give it a go, but be warned. The second season is set to air October 10th. Number 2. Owari no Seraph Nagoya Kensen Hen. Seraph of the End Battle Nagoya. Animated by Wit Studio. This is the second season to the series. If you haven't watched the first season yet, go ahead and do so. So the series is about the battle between humans and vampires. This might sound weird, but really you gotta give the show a go. I prefer this over Shingeki no Kyojin, honestly. As a reader of the manga, I am pretty hyped for this. Compared to the first season, which was very lacklustering, the second season will be a lot better, trust me. The series has great potential, and I hope it keeps going strong. The second season is set to air on October 10th. Lastly, number 1. Rakudai Kishi no Yotan Cavalry, Cavalry of a Failed Knight. Animated by both Silverlink and Nexus. In a time and place where one soul can be morphed into a weapon, those who exist are called Magic Knights. The protagonist of the series is a boy named Kurogane Iki. He is a student at an institution that trains Mage Knights, but the funny part is that he does not have any sort of magical skills and he is labeled as a failed knight or the worst one. He scores below average in his courses and as a result he has to repeat a year. With the arrival of a new head of the institution, a new rule was created. Knights whose abilities are compatible, as decided by the board, must share rooms and attend practice and train together throughout their school years to bring up their abilities to the max. Iki's roommate is a girl named Stella Vermilion. She has also turned out to be a princess of a foreign country. Stella is an A-ranked knight, the type of genius in magic who only appears once in a decade. When Iki walked in her while she was changing her clothes, it caused a huge misunderstanding, which eventually ended up in a duel between the two of them. The punishment for the loser was eternal submission to the winner. Forced to live in the same room and practice magic together throughout their entire school years, how will Stella and Iki's relationship evolve? I am pretty hyped for this. Get ready for a new badass MC. This might also be anime of the season. Just saying. Yup, these are my tops for this fall. My body is ready for this awesome series. Like I mentioned in the beginning, these are just based on my own opinions and my expectations for fall. Go ahead and criticize if you want. If you hate it or liked it, do share in the comment section below. Well, as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Peace.